Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good morning. For some of you, I hope you are here in a good mood. Currently, we're seeing about almost 40 of you. Thank you for coming here today for our second 5 Thursdays. And with me is a very familiar gentleman who kindly, who said yes to joining us today. Please welcome my good friend, JD Martinez.
Good afternoon, everyone. Ready na? Ready na ba
Ready
sila?
na, ready na. I don't know if we have
Taas ng upuan. Wait lang. Go. Yan. Ready na.
on the chat box. Please tell us if you can hear us clearly. I'm going to turn down the music. Okay. If you can hear us clearly on your audio or on your speakers, whatever you're using right now, be it a headset or your speaker. Yan. Yun. Thank you, Kate. And also on the chat box, please tell us how you are feeling today, right now. Or maybe you want to tell us how you felt when you woke up this morning.
How about you, sir? Ano ba? Anong
gising ko.
maganda gising mo?
Maganda gising ko. Yeah. That's something, sinabi na ni Easy, loud and clear. That's what it's all about today.
Loud.
It's about working out loud. But before we go there, we want to hear you out loud. How you are feeling right now. Ikaw, Sir JD, how was your
Honest dapat,
morning?
di ba?
Honest ka pa?
Okay naman. Productive. Happy.
Happy.
May mga na-accomplish naman tayo, sir. Challenges are there, pero okay naman.
Oh, that's what makes the day interesting, because of the challenges that we experience every day. Now, we also have you. We want to hear. During this session, we would like to hear you out and tell us your opinion. And if there's something on your mind that you would like to share with us, please do so. Yan, medyo may
Can we choose the
Oo.
the participants who would answer that, sir?
voluntold natin.
Voluntold.
Oo. Sige. Pwede naman tayo
Gusto ko from my team, from the HR and admin team. Can someone from the HR and admin team tell us how's your day so far? Tama ba, sir?
Yun,
Maganda na.
pwede. May sasagot dapat kasi
Oh, sige.
message na si Sarina eh. Diba?
Sige, let's start with Zar. Zar, how are you? Work out loud.
Work out loud.
Hi, sir. Sir JD, Sir Josel, good afternoon.
You may also turn on your cameras. Mukhang nabawasan yung tao nung sinabi natin buksan yung microphone.
Anong nakita ako? Zar, are you
Yes, sir.
talking na? I can't hear you.
Yan. Is she talking?
You think so?
Sir.
Nag-light up yung ano yun.
How am I
okay.
today? Masaya,
I
sir,
think
because
it's being
today
blocked
has
by
been
our
very
speakers, but,
productive.
that's okay.
In chat it.
You can tell us on the chat box, tell us how you're feeling right now, and you would like to hear you out through the message box that you are looking at. You will notice that this is a different setup today, and we want to make sure that you are going to enjoy this session, because this is about working out loud and understanding what it is all about. Yan. Nag-message ba siya?
Wala po.
Oo.
Hindi siya loud.
Hindi pa siya loud.
Anyone?
Anyone. Okay.
Dapat can we ask active si Kate eh. Can we
Oo.
ask Kate?
Oo.
Kate, how's
Hi,
your
Kate.
day?
Ayun, sumagot si Char. Today is good. Very productive since 8 a.m.
Proof? Biro lang. Biro lang, Zar.
Report ka raw.
Productive yan, productive yan.
I'm
How about
sure.
Kate? How
Yeah.
about Miss Kate here?
Miss Kate?
You can use your
Hi,
audio
sir.
if you
Good
can.
afternoon.
Pero parang di namin
Yeah.
naririnig eh.
Hindi
Narinig
namin
niyo
marinig
na ako, sir?
yung, I don't know, for some reason, our speakers are not working. Yeah, okay. That's okay. You can put it on the chat box. Parang yung speaker natin, bakit hindi siya gumagana. Okay.
Excited and positive vibes for today.
Excited and positive vibes. Okay,
Good to hear.
that's good to hear. Now, you may be asking, what is this all about? And every Thrive Thursdays, we promised you that you're going to learn something new, or at least be inspired by something new. And today, we're going to give you or share with you a particular mindset that started even before the pandemic. Now, in the stories that you will hear today, it may sound like, or it will sound like to you, that it's all brought about by the challenges of the pandemic. Di ba tayo nagkikita?
Mhm.
And good thing, there was news last week or several weeks ago that the WHO said, tapos na ang pandemic, which is good news. However, this mindset na i-share namin sa inyo is something that has been thought about even before when the pandemic happened.
Yeah, so let's just clarify. This is just a
Sige.
mindset that we would want to introduce, but this will not be part of our handbook or policies. This is just maybe an alternative to the way we do work,
Yes.
no? Daily. Yun. So para lang clear.
Para clear.
Kasi we might sound as if we are imposing this.
No,
No. This is just a mindset, and
Yes.
for all the listeners, I'm asking everyone kasi nung nag-usap kami ni Sir Josel last time. So maganda yung ibig sabihin nung mindset,
Mm-mm.
no?
Yeah.
So just listen, and if you can share your thoughts about it,
Share your thoughts.
please do. So go ahead, Sir Josel. Thanks.
That's okay. Okay. Now, what you're seeing right now or you're hearing from us, again, buti na lang nag-oo si Sir JD in his busy schedule. This is not a circular or a directive or an order or something that has to be done immediately. It's a mindset like any other Thrive Thursdays will be. It's an awareness. It's a program where, again, to make you feel inspired for new learning and new experiences brought about by those new learning. Now, please put on the chat box what you have in mind or what's on your mind when we said work out loud. Palagay natin para mabasa namin yung inyong chat box. Parang ano muna tayo ngayon, sir, yung text messaging na nakukuha sa format kasi natin. This is like a chit chat and we would like to hear what you want to say on the chat box. While you're doing that, yan. Okay, let me adjust the screen and show you what working out loud is all about. Working out loud, dear friends, is a mindset. Sinabi na ni Sir JD kanina. That mindset, okay, wait Yan, baliktad. Okay. That mindset is a powerful tool for amplifying your impact and achieving your goals. By the way, the mindset or this particular way of working was brought about by a book. And the book's author, his name is John Stepper. You may want to Google him or find out more about him. He has interesting TED Talks as well as other talks he gave for corporate training. Now, working out loud, as I showed you, and I'm going to show it to you again, is about sharing your work and progress with others and building relationships with people who can help you reach your goals. This may sound, how does it sound to you, sir?
Bookish.
Bookish.
Medyo bookish siya. Pero,
Mm-mm.
Sir Giselle, in your own understanding, if you will ask me to have this mindset,
Yeah.
paano mo siya sasabihin sa akin? How am I going to imbibe this kind of mindset? Ano ba siya? In the workplace, let's start with the workplace. Paano ko ba siya magagamit?
That's a great question. Paano mo siya magagamit? It's because we're introducing this particular mindset with you for particular reasons. One, because based on intention, like any other worker or colleague, you want your work to improve.
Okay.
Number two, there is an inherent need for us to be recognized, even if we admit it or not, even if we're recluse or outgoing or introverts.
Ako, hindi ko gusto yun. Joke lang. Biro lang.
Now, that inherent need or longing is what helps you also to maintain your mental health. No? Or
Okay.
be fit with your mental health. Sabi nga ni Simon Sinek, he doesn't like the word mental health because it seems as if it's an end all and a be all of things, but it's something that we want to have, and I'm pertaining to mental fitness. If you are expressing what you want to say and be, sabi nga ni Abby, be empowered to say the things that you can say, you more likely will get support.
I would like to read Easy's chat here.
Okay.
The impact of verbal communications in workplace performance and relations. Na-google niya.
Verbal, oo.
Feeling ko.
Yeah.
Kasi
narinig niya tayo nasa likod.
andyan lang pala si Is. We are not encouraging people to, literally be loud while working.
Yes.
Hindi naman natin gusto yan. Kasi ano yan disturbing at some point. No, but I think working out loud means dapat ikaw, if you work, you dapat you capitalize on the relationship that you have within the organization.
Relationships in the organization.
Discover meaning. No? Kapag nakikipag-usap ka, I myself, ako paikot-ikot ako sa sa office kasi MBWA. So my management style is management by walking around. So yun talaga. Merong ganun
No. Nasa libro yun.
Yeah.
Nasusulat yun.
Yeah, kasi it helps a lot, especially kung hindi mo alam yung mga bagay-bagay pa sa office.
Yes.
Na minsan kasi if we are just capsulized in our own areas and in our own offices, medyo mahirap for us to collaborate.
Oo.
No? Ang hirap mag-resolve ng mga issues, ng mga problems natin, ang hirap solusyonan ng mga problema if ikaw lang ang gagawa. Not that I'm saying na hindi capable yung mga tao natin to think and to solve issues. However, I think working out loud gives us the mindset na hindi mali na makipag-usap.
Yes.
No? Hindi mali na humingi ng tulong, hindi mali na minsan magmukha kang hindi expert. Kasi let's accept it, we are not expert of everything, no? Hindi naman tayo eksperto. We have our own expertise, but somehow, kailangan din nating tumawid, no? For us to understand the organization and,
your
to come up
style
with
of management by walking around is a form of working out.
Working out loud na ba yan?
Oo, kasi you're walking and you're visible.
Kahit tahimik ako?
Oo. Kailan ko ba tumingin?
Kahit tahimik ako naglalakad?
Oh, yes. Tahimik ka lang pag... but, that visibility of yours is also a form of working out loud. Being visible
is working out loud already.
And showing up, that it may sound so commonsensical if we say just show up, because that is what we want to achieve in working out loud. The framework that I'm going to show you is on the screen. I hope you're seeing it right now. We're having difficulties lang in technical, but we're getting there. Yan. The elements of working out loud is there. Solo natin yan. Yan. These are the elements of working out loud. It builds relationships. By walking around, you are telling people that I'm here, I'm available, I'm accessible. Hindi kagaya ng politika na sinasabi nilang madaling lapitan.
Mahirap hanapin.
Yes. Ikaw madaling hanapin because they're there. You are there. The generosity involved, because you being there, being present, being constantly seen is a form of generosity.
Not the generosity na colloquial term na pwede kang utangan pag bibigyan ng pera. Generosity is being there.
Yes.
Being there.
Being there, being present, and being approachable is a way of working out loud. Now, visible work, since Sir JD is management by walking around, a form of working out loud, nakikita yung ginagawa niya because, his naman, for obvious reasons, he needs to see people because that's our main asset. And another thing is purposeful discovery. If you see it on the screen in that illustration, purposeful discovery is making a learning goal in mind. So what's your learning goal? Now, to Sir JD, this working out loud mindset can apply to other things, even outside work life. Like if you want to learn a new skill,
you join groups.
Or if
interest
clubs na pwede mo rin namang i-set up sa Facebook and other social media platforms.
Yeah.
That's purposeful discovery. And since you're having that thinking of purposeful discovery, there's also purposeful learning. And as Carol Dweck, the famous author of The Growth Mindset, said, this is allowing you to become a better learner, having that growth mindset. Yeah. What's your take? Tell us what you think, dear friends.
Work out loud, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, here, Kate.
Ah,
Ang kanyang input.
openness and
And
collaborative.
collaborative.
Sinabi pala ni Easy kanina, from the heart yung ano niya, comment
Okay.
niya. So, again, sounding like you're vulnerable, like when you say from the heart, for people, they wear their hearts out on their sleeves.
Mhm.
For some, it's a negative thing, but for openness and working out loud, that's an asset. Most people think that being too open is a liability because you look weak or needy. But
Yeah,
no.
may mga philosophies that will lean towards that. Pero for this mindset, sir, I think wala namang problema. Some people might
Yeah.
misconstrue working out loud as if being arrogant. Sometimes, no,
Yeah.
kasi maingay ka, punta ka ng punta kung saan, you're showing your stuff. Oh, I've learned this. Natutunan ko to. New system, new method, new way of doing things. For some, that might be uncomfortable pagpaminsan. No, especially if people are insecure. No, so I think if we all agree to use this mindset within the office, eventually magiging maayos din naman ang lahat.
Speaking of insecurity, it could be a challenge for some people who feel that I'm shy ako eh.
No, nahirapan ako dyan.
Or
Hirapan nga akong mandito. Okay lang.
Yun. Now, tatanong kayo, you may be asking, what's the proof of concept? Where is this particular approach to work is being done? If you look at these people, I think you're in the screen, you see Malcolm Gladwell, the famous author. Sheryl Sandberg, the chief operating officer of Facebook. She's still the CEO of Facebook.
I don't know.
And then Seth Godin, the famous author. And
Parang
Richard.
Sir
Richard Branson of Virgin Airlines and everything that's Virgin branded. And Ariana Huffington, who's famous for her publications about sleep. Sleep yan pero working out loud.
Maybe she snores. Kaya maingay. Anyway, sir, what about them?
Well, these people have companies or enterprises or branding of their own, which is pointing towards working out loud. Now, why are they working out loud? For obvious reasons, like Malcolm Gladwell, author, and the famous author needs to get his work out there pala. Facebook, we all know that the loudest social media platform, especially in the Philippines, probably not in other countries, but it's still the loudest social media platform ever. Now, yeah, and then Richard Branson, with all those enterprises that he's engaging in, he is very much a person that's working out loud. Yeah. Now, there may be questions like, how do we start? What strategies can individuals use to overcome the fear of sharing? Like in psychology, what do you call that approach? Where you just have to do something, you just have to do it. It's something that you fear, it's something that you
We call it
do it right away.
start.
It's a start. It's a psychological, clinical approach ako, but it's actually yes.
Yeah, just start.
Desensitize.
Sometimes yung mga tao kasi masyado silang nagre-rely, I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
No. Hindi naman ibig sabihin, if you will work out loud, we are asking you to be extrovert. Hindi naman. Just share the space with people around. Yun lang kailangan natin gawin. So, tumayo kayo sa upuan ninyo, talk, na makipag-usap kayo dun sa mga tao, especially within your group lang. Ako, I hate it when my team, dito man o sa ating kumpanya, magkakatabi lang tapos nagme-message sa sa Teams or Viber. hindi kasi maganda, no? So,
Yeah.
communication, I think, is key
It
for
is.
people to work out loud, no? Discover
right.
opportunities, learn from each other, no? Share. No?
And you mentioned nagtatrabaho sila, kakatabi na,
Mm.
but they're still messaging each other even if they're within arm's reach.
Yeah.
It's the silos.
Mhm.
The silos, SILO, where we thought for almost 3 years, we thought that our silos was brought about by circumstances. But for some people, it has become, this is my work, huwag mo kong pakialaman.
Yeah.
But is there, mental health-wise, is that sustainable? Is it something that, as a person, as a human being who ought to be touching base with kapwa tao, can maintain? I don't think it can be maintained.
And I think working out loud, it's not a way of interfering with one's job or work. No, hindi. If kung ganun yung appreciation natin, if you will come to my office, Sir Josel, and will tell me hire applicant A over applicant B, I think that's not working out loud.
Yeah.
Hindi siya. Yun talaga, that's crossing the line.
Yeah.
No, but if you will come to the office and ask me what's the basis for us, bakit natin hinahire yung isang tao na to over this person, then I will explain to you some of my bases for those. Yun yung hinahanap natin. Kasi ayaw nating we don't want to give you the wrong signal that working out loud is bukas. For example, if we imbibe the mindset, punta na tayo kung kani-kanino, guluhin natin. It's not that. It's just for us really to capitalize on the opportunities for learning within the office. I do it. Pupunta ako sa minsan, I will ask some things.
Likewise.
Yeah. Sir Edwin here, pinupuntahan ko. Easy, no? Paul, nakausap ko, pare, ano yung magandang software ngayon? I even
That's how we learn.
got a hold of Sir Paul last time just to teach me the ins and outs of Monday.com. Yan marami. That is working out loud.
Yes.
No, yan. So let's capitalize on the
Learning
opportunities.
from each other. When you work out loud, you learn from each other. There was a comment. It's a way for us to manifest our internal development externally and to apply our intentions and learnings to our immediate environment, sabi ni Easy.
Spot on.
Oo.
Yan.
Pinusuan agad eh.
Yan, feeling ko yan talaga yun. It's not kung meron kang kung meron kang mga development no sa sarili mo, it's not boasting. Hindi mo siya niyayabang.
Yes.
You just want to manifest it so people around you, especially sabi ni AC sa immediate environment mo, can learn from you. No, and maybe yung mga tao na yun for so long marami na ring development, tahimik lang. That might trigger them sharing also. So now we have a culture.
Ma-trigger.
Yeah, so we have that
way.
culture now.
Yeah.
We now have a culture. Oh, ito natutunan ko, share ko sa ikaw, share mo sa akin, no?
Yeah.
So people will be up on their toes to learn new things then, especially kapag sila ay nasa circles na. We have circles, di ba? Na, we call
They
it
can form circles, di ba?
wall circles ang tinatawag, WOL, working out loud circles. So kung part ka nun, you will really encourage yourself and you will do something about you learning things. No, kasi alam mong may nakukuha kang learning from others, ikaw din, maobliga ka na, I should share my learnings as well. So, parang ganon.
Pinaalalanan tayo ni Renely.
Si Renely.
Kapwa natin, psych major. Desensitization. It's a mouthful. I think it's systematic desensitization. Hindi ko po na-google yun. Naalala ko lang.
Hindi ko siya nag-google. Ano ko dyan, parang yung asin yan eh. Desalination pala yan. But thank you, Ren, no? I think that's a psychological term. Used. Kasi you've asked a while ago, sir, na ano yung tawag.
How do you just do it?
Yeah.
Sabi mo, you start.
Ayan.
But there's
Ito pala, ito yung scientific and
desensitization.
Thank you very much, Miss Ren. Okay.
There's also a mindset wherein chit-chat is less professional. Depende sa pinag-uusapan.
Well, coming from the book, no, natin. Hindi naman natin pinagbabawal na mag-usap tayo, especially kung ang pag-uusap natin, especially if the topics of our chit-chat are work-related. Pero kung ano siya, marites-related siya, hindi natin yan pinapayagan. No? Hindi natin pinapayagan ng gossiping, rumor mongering. That is out of the picture. if we are talking of working out loud.
So mongering is not working out loud. It's just plain and simple chismis. So let's all
Ayaw natin yan.
let's be mindful of that because some people will say, dapat pala makipagdaldalan lang palagi. Well, no.
Hindi naman, hindi
Oo.
naman. For as long as you know your KPIs, yung KRAs mo, alam mo yung dapat mong gawin, no? And if you think that chatting with other people can help you achieve those, then that's fine, no? Minsan kung kailangan mo ng break,
Oo.
no, hindi naman masama yan. Hindi naman masama yan.
Yun din yung pangangapit ba o pangangapwa tao where you just ask the person first, how are you? How did your day go? How was your sleep? That's a good start. No?
Yes.
And social manners is also important still when you're thinking of working out loud. What happens when we work out loud? There's increased productivity.
Sure, yeah, for sure.
Diba? Improved connections dahil we constantly talk to people. And enhanced learning. And that enhanced learning is something we could all benefit from. Yan. Yun. So, there are more questions.
Sige, I'll read one, sir, and maybe you can
go ahead.
provide
Sige,
us
sir.
some answers. What strategies can individuals use to overcome the fear of sharing their work and ideas openly? So I think you've asked this. Ito ba yun? Yeah. Strategy.
tinanong natin yan kanina.
Okay. So they have
The
answers.
start or systematic desensitization.
Okay.
I think number 3, no?
Here, interesting question.
Yeah.
What role does technology play in facilitating and enhancing the practice of working out loud? Kanina, you mentioned na kung gusto mong matuto ng isang expertise, hobby, whatever, be it professional or sa buhay mo, as a private citizen, you can join groups, no?
Circles.
Yeah, circles, no? Past 3 years, nahirapan tayo. No, wala, hindi ka makapag-usap. So technology really played a part there, right?
Yeah.
Yung ating mga Viber groups, that can be,
We have a JARC wall.
yeah, that can be a place where we can work out loud. Yung mga team groups natin, yung ating MS Teams, no? That can be
we even have special groups where may basketball group.
Yeah, meron. Oo, meron. Meron din Zumba, alam ko.
May Zumba.
May Zumba.
May yoga.
May yoga, may golf. Ano pa? May golf.
May
na.
golf.
May golf pa.
Especially when we're... Now, golf, by the way, you mentioned that we were planning to have a invitational, and it's also a way of working out loud, telling the industry that we're here. And JARC Group, not just the prestigious company that we are, but we're also a company that is aware of not just the sporting events, but the value of the sporting events, what it brings.
Yeah. That's working out loud with a purpose. No, we have a purpose, of course.
Working out loud with a purpose.
Dun sa golf, ha? may purpose tayo dyan.
Loud strengthen relationships and foster trust among team members.
Well, basically, if people will talk, no, if they will talk openly,
openly,
doon naman nakukuha yung trust. Ang nakakapag-abolish lang naman of the fear of being judged really is to listen. Makinig ka. Kasi sometimes you are so full of our assumption of this person. Lalapit ka sa akin, Sir Josel, for example, hindi mo pa kilala or naririnig lang kita. Before you even come close to me, marami na akong iniisip Ano kaya sasabihin nito ni Sir Josel? Dapat ito yung mga discussion points ko sa kanya since he is a trainer. Dapat puro TNA ang topic namin. Dapat puro John Maxwell ang topic namin. No? Kapag may ganun kang assumptions, minsan napakahirap na magkaroon kayo ng genuine talk. Now, if people will only receive yung mga lalapit sa kanila openly, at kung ikaw rin papasok ka sa area or pupunta ka sa isang area ng office mate mo, for example, with an intention to learn or to share something, to resolve something, I guess yun, sir. Yun yung pwede natin gawin. Kasi kapag nagpapakiramdaman tayo sa office at lagi lang tayong preoccupied of our assumptions. Napakahirap before, I'll be honest, some of the officers here, I assume, baka masungit to, baka mataas ang standards, baka hindi ako
And the word is
pantingin.
assume.
Assume, yeah.
Ah,
Pero in my case, wala kasi kung ano way eh. Kasi kailangan ko silang kausapin because that's my job eh. No? Then I am utterly surprised kasi some of them napaka-cool lang, napaka-babait lang, tahimik lang. Yun, let's break that barrier. Huwag tayong paapekto doon sa assumptions natin, tsaka doon sa mga naririnig natin. No? Because that's not working out loud. No? Yun yan, sir.
So the trick is to not assume that the person will only be appreciative of a certain topic. You're actually labeling that person. Yan lang ang pwedeng pag-usapan.
Yeah, and that's the enemy of trust.
Well,
No?
okay na.
Now, if you break it,
Yeah.
yan, diyan na magfo-flow yung trust mo. Kasi hindi ka na natatakot na ma-judge nitong tao na to eh. Wala ka ng problema eh.
Right.
'Di ba? Kung ano sabihin mo sa kanya, you know that openly pakikinggan ka niya. And same with yourself. Kahit anong sabihin niya, hindi mo siya ginajudge. No? I think ang hirap nung trust eh, no? Yung trust niya. Pero I think yung work out loud mindset natin can really solve that and can really start us employees trusting each other. Lang naman yan, sir.
And assuming about a person is the enemy of trust, especially
Yeah,
if you're
oo.
inclusive already.
Puro assumptions. No, meet the person first. No,
Have that conversation.
pakinggan nyo muna. Pakinggan nyo muna sila.
Yeah.
Malay nyo, may ma-offer silang
May
mga bago
matutunan.
sa'yo. Yeah. And just, yung may kasama ka lang, makausap ka lang tungkol sa mga nangyayari sa office, nangyayari sa paligid natin. I think that's a cathartic experience na din eh.
It is.
No?
Learn from that person and have that catharsis as well.
Yeah.
Now, if you have any challenges of your own, without naming names, of course, if there's a particular person that you're pertaining to, please write it on the chat box and tell us how we can help. If it's a form of question or maybe it's a form of you telling us what you've been through, what you're currently experiencing, and what you think can be done for people who need to learn work out loud, especially those who we consider as recluse. Lalo na yung sinasabi mo, mahihain niya kaya ayaw kong kausapin.
Oo, mahirap kasi.
Nakakausap to.
Mahirap yun pag ganun. So, wag natin i-brand yung mga tao. No, so regardless, kung may brand ka na sa isip mo, di ka naman namin mapipigilan. But approach the person, talk, especially if you mean good and if you mean work.
Yeah.
Hindi porke tahimik isang tao, may kailangan kang tapusin with that person, di mo nalalapitan. Na wala kayong matatapos.
Yeah.
So,
ayan. Now, we want to know what you think. The offer is open. You can tell us what you think and tell us what you're experiencing. This is not just a one-time session that we're going to talk about work out loud. In fact, it's something that we want to install and have you do as a behavior, especially when you're talking about dealing with your colleagues or talking to your colleagues. Now, more questions. What challenges or barriers might individuals and organizations face when implementing work out loud? Sinabi mo nga kanina, the self-barriers of assuming. Sinabi mo, kasi ganun siya. Masungit yan. Hindi ko nakakausapin yan. Ayaw akong lapitan yan.
And the pretext, I think, sir, of yung departmental functions natin. Na for so long, ang tingin sa HR police, for example, for my department, ang tingin sa HR police, ang tingin sa HR, memohan ka lang palagi. If we will invite someone over to our office, hindi masaya. Kasi feeling na may problema. Pero hindi gano'n. So merong mga pretext tayo kasi. Meron tayong mga nakalagay na context sa mga tao, sa mga departments especially. So maybe we can start
kayo ba'y kinakabahan pag
destroying those.
JD at tinatawagan o pumupunta ng opisina?
Feeling ko naman. Ayoko sagutin.
Hindi natin kung may sumagot. Well, because I want to say you shouldn't be. Because you would have great conversations with JD. Did you know that this person is also a musician? That is also an athlete. No, we wouldn't assume otherwise if we already brand him as kausapin lang ako niya pag may problema.
Oo, pag may memo ko.
Oo.
No? Ganon. So may mga kasi may mga pretext tayo. For example, sino pa sa ibang departments? Ako this is my experience. My first month here, tatakot ako pumasok sa office ni Sir Siling.
Mm.
Siyempre parang may aura na dapat perfect ako pagpasok ko rito. Dapat alam ko yung sasabihin
Yeah.
ko. Pero my first time talking to Sir Siling, kinamusta lang ako, saan ang province mo? Oh, you're from the north pala.
It's a
So,
conversation.
a conversation. Very cool man to talk to.
Yeah.
No? Wala naman problema. So may mga ganun tayo. So I think it will not help, no? Kung may mga ganun
Kung may
tayong
mga ganun
assumptions
tayong
again and pretext about people or department maybe. Yeah.
So another question is, how does working out loud promote learning and continuous improvement? Well, we learn from each other.
Yeah, when you talk, no, when you communicate, marami kang matututunan.
Even sa desiderata yan, listen even to the dull and ignorant.
Hmm.
They too have their stories.
Ano yung desiderata? Joke lang. Maganda yun.
Yeah.
Nasa wall ng father ko yun. Desiderata.
Now, there's a question. What measurable impact can working out loud have on productivity, employee engagement, and overall business performance? So we're big on data. There are many things that are measurable, but the truth is, behavior per se, there's a challenge in measuring that. And what we're offering here, I mean, the results pwede. But the behavior itself, attributed to the behavior and the results, medyo may challenge. But it's worth a try. If you have been siloed, or if you know that particular friend who has been siloing himself or herself, pwede siya talaga.
Let's work out loud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I want to show you some proof of concept where pwede niyong tanungin, ito ba'y ginagawa ng ibang companies? The answer is yes, and I'm going to show that to you now. Companies, some are mentioned, but some are not. But yeah, yun. Yeah. Companies like Pixar, isolo lang natin yung picture. Companies like Pixar, did you know that Pixar's story is that every time a animator does work, papakita niya either sa umaga or sa hapon to the rest of the company. And you get information from their colleagues. So maganda ba yan? This is something that you can work on or improve. There's constant feedback. The feedback loop is never ending in a magnificent company like Pixar. General Electric has an organization called General Electric Garage. Also the same process. Another person, an internal blogger for a company who just wrote blogs, hindi pa nga blog nun eh. He just wrote blogs and posted it on
Blogs.
their writing lang, no words lang. They gave her feedback, and sooner than later, they started following her. All her suggestions now, she has written books about it, just because she spoke out. In healthcare, very near, very familiar, and close to home. No, a particular nurse started to write how she approached her clients, how she treated them, and shared it with the rest of the team.
Okay.
Also was able to create a publication that talked about how it is to work out loud in the healthcare sector. Let me share that again. Yeah. So influencers, and lastly, sales teams. We are very much a sales-driven company.
We are, yes.
Yeah. So understanding the industry, the marketing intricacies of the industry and the market is something that we should always tell each other, and having those conversations constantly going on.
Sure, the meetings, the huddles that
Mm.
the sales team are doing every so often, that's one way of working out loud, right?
Yes.
Okay, sige.
So huddling, having conversations, and sharing ideas. Yeah. Now, one way, or the only way to move our community forward, is to work together and amplify our impact by unleashing the magic of working out loud. Tell us what you think. Is this something that is a challenge for you? Or is this something that you would like to start doing and be able to help your peers and colleagues? Please tell us on the chat box.
We have 44 participants already.
44. Oo.
Ang dami. Working out loud.
Oo.
Kala ko, kung narinig ko una, sinabi ko sa kaibigan natin si Paul, ang ano sa kanya, si Ed Sheeran eh. Naalala ko lang. Before
Thinking out loud.
Iba pala yun.
Tamo, so basta thinking out loud, dinimanda siya ng mga ni Marvin Gaye, kamag-anak ni Marvin Gaye, di ba?
Yes.
Because of the copyright of the sound. But that's
Yung chords.
Oo. But again, as an aside, I'm with Ed Sheeran on that. Hindi niya kinopya because chord progression. I mean, you and I can speak music and Sir Ed here can understand music. There's a million other similar
Madami.
Yeah. So I'm with Ed Sheeran on that thinking out loud and
Okay.
ano yun siyang kanta? Anong kanta? Yung kinopya niya kuno. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Before tayo malayo, sir. Kala ko si Jennifer Lopez na yun. That's loud pala yun. Okay, sir, what do you think will be the impact of working out loud if our employees will, start using it as a mindset? So let's be realistic, ang hirap eh. We can talk about this all day long.
Yes.
Mag-usap tayo, no?
Yeah.
Gawin natin to. Pero if people won't see the benefit of it, gagawin kaya nila?
Well, good point. Because there are only two motivations for a person to be conscious about, and all throughout history and the history of man, it's only pleasure and pain.
Okay.
Right? So, how do you avoid pain? Because pain is stronger than pleasure. The pain of not being heard is compelling. The pain of not being recognized
Also
is something that will stick with you or teach you very hard lessons. Or the pain of not being able to relate with another person. And lastly, the pain of feeling I don't want to go on.
Yeah. Ang dami niyang sanga actually. We'll talk about it, no?
Yeah.
You can learn, pwede ka mag-communicate, you can be recognized, no? You can be friends with people.
Yeah.
No, I think kung pag-iisipan mo, nandun lahat siya sa culture that we have currently.
Yes.
No? So, sa tingin ko, very important for us to really work out loud, not to be arrogant. Hindi naman tayo. We don't want to make smart Alex out of our people. No? Hindi naman natin kailangan talaga yun. But we start talking to each other. Working out. Share natin yung challenges natin. Share natin yung ating mga victories. No?
Share the challenges and victories.
Learnings as well. No? At kung ikaw naman yung nasa receiving side of it, don't feel na, uy, yabang naman ito. May natutunan lang. Nasabi.
Ano pinag-usapan natin kahapon yan, di ba? Yung yabang naman ito. It's a very Filipino trait. It's called smart shaming.
Yeah.
If somebody says something smart or intelligent or witty,
ikaw na.
Ikaw na.
Ang galing mo.
Well, di ba? Or talaga, ikaw na. Well, if that's your terms of endearment, is that the way you make lambing with your friend, well and good, but it has to stop somewhere.
Yeah, it's a form of bullying din eh. And we will kill the message right there and there. No? Kasi,
correct, you kill the message right there.
Kasi gusto mo mag-workout lang, hindi na magsasalita, basta ako lagi.
Totoy Bibo or...
nagmamagaling naman to. Husay naman nila. Grandstander to.
Oo, showboating.
Showboating, no? So it's not the message that we want to send to you guys.
Yes.
So lang namin, let your work be appreciated, no? By talking to people, no? Usap lang kayo, learning from each other.
Yeah.
No? Maybe learn things that are out of your comfort zone.
Learn things that are out of your comfort zone. That's one great way to see this, because for some people, it's uncomfortable to say what's on their mind, to express, or to even ask for feedback.
And to be honest, kung everyday, pare-pareho lang yung nakakausap mo, pare-pareho lang yung nakakasama mo, although you love them, lumiliit yung mundo mo eh.
Yung magandang tanong yan, kayo ba'y sawang-sawa na
lumiliit yung mundo mo eh.
mga nakakasama?
But we are just inspiring here, lateral transfers. Hindi, wala tayong ganon. Ang sinasabi ko lang, expand your reach.
Yes.
No, talk to people. Yung mga nasa baba, sometimes, akit naman kayo. No?
Oo.
Yung mga nasa taas, baba naman kayo. No, let's talk. No, mag-usap tayo.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a lot of, good examples of working out loud in the office. Especially
Oh, yeah.
for the people na lagi ring umiikot dito.
Mm.
Yung mga taong pag lumapit sa'yo, napaka-pleasant,
Mm.
maayos kausap, hindi problema yung dala. Or minsan kahit problema na yung dala, madaling maayos. Kasi they're working out loud.
Yeah.
No, lumalapit
They
sila.
come to you not as the problem, but also with the solution.
Yes,
That's working
hihingi
out
ng
loud.
tulong, no?
Yes.
Most of the time, yung mga actions namin sa HR, lahat naman ng resolutions are not coming from us.
Mm.
Galing din doon sa mga taong nakakausap
Solve din
namin.
nila.
Kasusolve
Oo.
din nila. So, can
And that's a testament that the HR listens, that thumbs up kagad si Charina.
can we do this?
Mm.
May mag-i-email sa amin. Hindi ko na lang papangalanan. Katulad kanina, we're blessed with people around us who really cares. For example, we have a process in HR that some of our people feels medyo mabagal siya. May magsasabi sa amin, some reports are coming in na ano bang pwede namin gawin para makatulong. So, yung mga ganon, it really is a form of working out loud. And we will never treat those types of comments as negative. We're really open. I think I'm speaking parang ako lang to no, pero I hope some people here can also share their experiences of people or
Yeah.
of our
Oh,
co-employees
please do.
working out loud with them.
Si Ramil may message. Sir, if we start to talk out loud, problems will be addressed immediately and productivity.
Perfect. Kesa itago natin,
Oh,
no?
lumalaki pag
Yeah.
tinago eh.
Itatago mo tapos gagawa ka ng mga ng mga scenarios mo kung paano mo siya lulusutan. Yes, yung ikaw, hindi ka natamaan, hindi ka nagkaroon ng problema sa sarili mo, but the problem remains.
Yeah.
Ang hirap. After 3, 4 months, 5 months, o taon man yan, malalaman mo may malaking problema ka na. Bakit? Kasi nanahimik kayo lahat. No? So, mahirap. So, we really need to start talking. No? Especially yan, no? Talk out loud, problem will be addressed immediately.
Thumbs up,
True.
may nagpuso.
That's
I
true.
agree 100%.
What if, Sir Josel, ako may question ako. This is a personal question.
Sige.
What if people are trying to work out loud or collaborate with other departments, other employees? However, yung tao na lalapitan mo, flat affect lang, hindi mo alam kung pinakikinggan ka, kinakausap ka, hindi nakatingin sa'yo.
Yeah.
That's really a barrier, no? For us to work out loud. Ano kaya yung pwede nating gawin dun sa mga tao na yon?
Well, working out loud with a group does not mean you're talking to just one person, one other person in the group. Human reaction to some in this generation, it's called FOMO, the fear of missing out loud. If that person sees that because of his lack of interaction or his lack of expression is leaving him out because you are perfectly fine with the other members of the team, that person will adjust.
Okay.
So,
but if this particular person, pwede ko ba siyang itap? Josel, for example, ikaw hindi mo pinapansin pag kinakausap kita, wala kang reaction, hindi ko alam kung pinakikinggan mo ako, nakakainis, pinapilit kong mag-collaborate sa'yo. Pwede ba kitang hatakin, sir? Uy, usap naman tayo.
yes.
Sa loob ng isang kwarto, for example, I can see, parang feeling ko lang hindi ka nakikinig sa akin. Or feeling ko hindi mo pinakikinggan yung sinasabi ko. Or worse, hindi mo ko pinapansin. May problema ba? I've had one case dito sa office. Kinausap ko yung tao. Hindi sir, ganito lang talaga ako sir. Pasensya na po, ganyan. Ganito lang ako. So minsan, tayo rin yung working
Parang standard that it's not you, it's me.
It's me. Parang ganon. Pero nakuha niya naman. Naintindihan niya naman. Kaya lang minsan kapag mag-work out loud ka, wag siguro tayo mag-expect ng sobrang overwhelming reception or overwhelming. Gusto mo
Lalo kung ganun yung tao, ganun lang talaga siya.
Kasi minsan yun yung baka yun yung maging pitfall nito
Yeah.
Paano ako mag-work out loud? Yung taong kinakausap ko parang wala namang interest na kausapin ako or whatsoever. So yung kausapin niyo po yung mga tao if you have experienced the same, maybe you can get that person, mag-lunch kayo, kumain kayo, maybe know that person. No, para maintindihan natin. Para hindi, kasi kapag ganon, ako yung kumausap sa'yo, for example, pagbalik ko sa office, uy, alam mo ba si Josel, hindi ako kinakausap. Yung sasabihan ko nun, ganon na rin ang stigma. May stigma na, ikaw, wala, outcast ka na. So working out loud, I think, is a chance for us really to collaborate. Inclusive dapat siya. No?
Yes, wala kang
Wala kang i-chapwera. I think that's one of the things that we really should learn.
Yes.
No, dito sa organizations, because we have different types of personality. Maraming tahimik dito eh.
Definitely.
No, maraming tahimik. Hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi
And you
sila.
take that against them.
No. But for us, yung mga kakausap, mag-a-approach sa kanila. Habaan lang yung pasensya, habaan lang yung pangunawa. Yes, yun lang siguro.
So there's plenty of stories that we could get from you and learn from you as well. Sana may recording, let's post on LinkedIn. Meron po.
Si Sir Toby.
Meron po, Sir Tobes. Meron. This is being recorded right now. And, recorded. We'd like to hear your voices. Apparently, the voice is not coming out, but we'd like to see your stories or your questions on the chat box.
Lalo na yung mga matatagal na, ano yung mga experiences ninyo na nangyari sa inyo dito, na you feel na ang hirap na makipag-collaborate kasi I've tried once or ilang beses na ako nag-try pero hindi siya nag-work. Parang ganon. Baka may mga experiences kayo, and what do you plan on doing? Paano nyo siya gagawin now that you've learned the power of this mindset? No? Tapikin nyo, libre nyo ng lunch, mag-usap kayo. Tama na yung yung drama, tama na. If people will only learn how to use this mindset, sa tingin ko yung silos, no, yung mga factions, no, yung sapula, saputi, mawawala yan eh. No? Feeling if can only try. No, na mag-usap-usap tayo.
And I'd like to remind everyone that though this particular mindset and approach has been conceptualized in the West, this is by no means simply Western.
No.
We might as well have this because Filipinos are, by the way, very relational. Even if we admit it or not, we're actually more social than most Westerners are. So this could work perfectly fine. Kaya nila ginawang approach or concept doon because nobody's doing it, because everybody's sticking to themselves. But with us, this should come second nature.
Yeah.
Diba?
So
now, we promised them an hour, but it seems that if you listen to us chit-chatting for more than an hour.
Ano kami? Walls kami.
Wall. Wall.
Wall kami ni Sir Josel. Kwentuhan to hanggang But I wish and I really hope that this session really inspired us, or ma-open lang. Alam naman namin, alam nyo na to lahat eh. It's within every one of us. But I think from time to time, it's really good for someone, a group of funny people here, to remind you.
Yeah.
No? Na dapat ma-remind kayo. Kasi minsan, nasa atin na yan eh. Nasa cognitive faculties mo na yan eh. Alam ko na yan eh, di ba? Pero minsan, hindi natin kasi nagagamit dahil nga may mga assumptions tayo, may mga walls tayo, may mga divides tayo. Sana makatulong yung message. I think the message is very good, sir. From now on, I will
we need to give them a call to action, sir.
Work out louder.
Loud ka na pala talaga.
Maingay na ako.
No, we want you to try this out and not just take our word for it. Why don't you form circles or groups, whatever you want to call it, because if you want to be strictly following the book or being Puritan about it, you can get the book. But circles are formed or can be formed by you with like-minded peers. If you talk about certain issues and challenges at work, have coffee during breaks, or breakfast before you go to work, or dinner before you get home. Those are circles. Or personality development, or even in terms of improving your health, this could be circles. There's a group for basketball, there's a group for yoga, and soon, or hopefully coming very soon, there's a group for musicians. The circles this is an age-old approach. that the world has been verifying as real and certifiably true to be appropriate for human beings.
Dapat may kasama ka.
Mm.
Dapat may circle ka
Kung
pala.
circle ka, mag-isa ka lang, hindi ka
Ganon.
problema ka.
May problema, may problema ka nun. Kahit yung may mga pinagdadaanan, may mga stresses, may mga conditions, diba lagi sila nagpo-form ng circle, sir?
Yes.
Maybe there's something about circle kasi continuous siya. So,
Continuous, it's whole,
Yeah.
and it speaks of a flowing energy that circulates.
So what we suggest right now is for employees to try and make circles, no? Gumawa kayo ng group ninyo, no? Of mga katulad yung mga interest, no?
Yeah.
Basta yung purpose natin palagi pag gagawa tayo ng groups or ganyan, fix, no? Gusto natin may aayusin.
Yeah.
No? Hindi tayo may sisirain.
It will benefit.
Magbe-benefit
the greater
ka,
good.
magbe-benefit yung
Hindi
company.
you won't gang up on one person or one group.
Yeah,
That's totally out.
Hindi yun yung message. Ang message natin, if you want to be part of a circle ng mga taong sa tingin mo pareho yung interest, pareho yung hobbies or whatever, pareho kayo ng librong binabasa, surely you will grow. No?
Pero it's better learning if you have an accountability body. Like, check my weight, check my music skills, check where I am in this stage of the skill that I want to learn. Accountability partners is also you finding a person who's working out loud. It's 3:58.
Yeah.
Talagang mapapahaba pag tayong dalawa
58 na ba?
Oo, akala ko 3:30 lang eh.
All right, so sir, you have the
before
honor
we
to
go,
close.
we would like to remind everyone that next week is Rose De Leon's talk on internet security. Rose, she's behind us right now. Rose, sige.
So sa kanya yung Thrive Thursday next week.
Thrive Thursday next week, please. At the same time, we want to be constant about Thrive Thursdays 3 p.m. because we study this is the least busy time of the week.
Yeah.
No, and day of the week.
Yeah.
So we want you to please, very important topic next week about internet security. Ang title yata, Now They See You.
Oh.
Yan, no? Very compelling.
Yes, very
Now
compelling.
They See You. And
baka may mga gusto pang mag-facilitate or topic.
Mismo, you read my mind.
Work out loud.
Work out loud. One way to stoke and motivate you to be working out loud is to share with the rest of us what your approach is, what your ideas are. We want to learn from you.
Any topic. Any topic.
Anything under the sun, as long as it's moral, decent,
yes,
and going to be beneficial for most people.
You can send your intentions to Sir Josel kung sino yung mga gustong mag-share, no, nung kanilang expertise, skills, or the things that they do sa trabaho nila. Open si Sir Josel.
And we will set them up like this, no?
Yeah.
Please bear with us. We're constantly improving the process of delivering Thrive Thursdays to you as often as we can. Maybe, who knows, we could do this every week na.
Yeah.
Basta maayos.
And different approach. Last time I saw you talking nasa taas kay classroom talk. Now it's more of a, paano ba to? Parang radio siya na podcast, no?
Parang ganon.
Parang podcast in that thing.
So, kaya nga pinalalagay ni Sir Toby sa
LinkedIn. No?
Thank you, Sir Toby. Somebody is raising their hand. Says, before we go. Sino po ba? Would you like to put it on the chat box? May nagre-raise ng hand eh.
Yeah, si Ma'am Bing.
Ma'am Bing.
Dr. Bing.
Sorry, we can't hear you. The speaker is not cooperating with us. Would you like to put it on the chat box?
I'm driving kasi, Sir Josel.
Yan.
Pero lang nakikinig ako sa inyo.
Yon. Nakikita namin, nagsasalita po kayo, but for some reason, hindi namin Yan.
Ma'am Bing. Yan.
Ma'am Bing.
Ma'am, you can chat po. If there's, hindi naririnig eh, no?
She's driving. Okay.
She's driving.
Drive safely. Drive safely. Sorry.
Pipilitin ko pa sana mag-chat eh. Ma, mag-drive ka na
Okay,
po.
okay. Mambing is
Yeah.
currently driving. Okay, okay.
See, she's working
That's
out
okay.
loud kahit nagda-drive.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Driving.
Promise.
Some
next
comments.
week,
Some comments po. May comments po ba kayo or anything that
yeah,
you
comments,
would wish
suggestions.
to add?
Some
Hindi po
learning.
talaga kami matatapos.
Or something that you
Okay, sir.
disagree
Basta
with us,
nasa
na
open,
working out
tapos
loud is also
i-type
being
ko na lang.
Yeah.
able to have the courage to tell the
Yeah.
person, there's something that I don't agree with.
Yeah. For as long as constructive yan. Yeah.
Oo.
Give
Hindi kayo
towards
nag-aamon ng
improvement.
away.
Huwag
Diba?
kasi peace loving kami.
Oo.
Okay. So, Sir Josel,
All right.
let's work out loud.
Working out loud. Let me turn on my... okay.
iStat ba yan? Mukhang iStat sa yung aparato mo. Parang iStat eh.
All right. So on behalf of Sir JD and the rest of the Thrive Thursdays team, wow, may Thrive Thursdays team.
Yeah, meron.
Meron naman talaga with Sir
Meron.
JD. We'd like to thank you for giving us the time and the generosity to be with us today and sharing your thoughts as well. We hope this will be an ongoing thing and we'll be proliferating the idea of working out loud. I'm still figuring it out with my fingers. Working out loud. We wish you your parting shot, sir.
Nasabi ko na lahat. So, yan, bukas mag-usap-usap po tayo starting tomorrow, starting today. Let's talk, let's work out loud, and yan, we'll go a long way.
Yes. So on behalf of the JARC Academy and everyone that's in the HR and administration team, we thank you for being here. Be useful, be kind, and be better every day. Thank you.
Thanks.
And saying something, yeah, about the way we live our lives today. Talking loud and saying something, revelations from a rising generation.